So in this video, we're going to be reacting to this girl talking about the importance of setting boundaries with guys, because if you don't, there are many guys who might take advantage of the lack of boundaries, and you know, she talks about how they do it. So it's interesting. Let's get into it.
Once you let one little thing slide, they will be able to slide everything. Yeah. I've been cheated on before in probably the most embarrassing way. I've literally been like someone's spoken so bad about me. You're in a situation thinking it's all sunflowers and rainbows, and it's literally not. Yeah. And you have to just know your worth. Don't feel like you're nothing without your partner, because disrespect, once they get an inch of it, they will always do it. Have you ever been with a guy and you've taken the piss, but you keep taking the piss because you know you can?
And can I just say, like, I feel like sometimes where we kind of go with kind of like our end is that you don't set the boundaries early on enough. I feel like the small things are there in the beginning, but you kind of let it slide.
Because it's still early.
Yeah, it's still early, but then it's like, when do you start to slide in boundaries if you don't start it from the get-go?
You
like
said
the
this
first moment it happens,
you have to
call it up on it, you let them know, and then it's like, I'm not playing about that.
Yeah.
The second time it happens, cool, we're not having a conversation anymore.
I've told you the first time,
and that's what it is. You've lost access. But 100%. It's like, sometimes the early stages kind of think, do I have the right to say that?
This?
Shall I say something? Am I doing
I don't want to look crazy. I don't want to look too invested too soon.
Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of like what guys kind of do to kind of make you think, okay, well, we've been going like this for so long, she can't just now stop.
Well, one thing I like about this video, right, is that there's an understanding of, hey, let me protect my femininity. That's what I see, because I always talk about this. I say, look, people talk about the feminine woman being someone who's just a pushover, you walk all over and all of that stuff, but that's definitely not the case. The empowered feminine woman is someone who does set boundaries, and she does set boundaries to protect her femininity. The vulnerability of her femininity is what she's protecting, and she's not just giving it out. For me, it's a little bit weird though, you know, considering who I would consider myself to be, which is the healthy masculine, because I sometimes looking at him like, well, why even get with a guy where you do need to have such a guard up, right? Why are you not registering who he is, so that there's not even a need to have such focus on boundaries, right? But I get it, because I do one-on-one ones with women, and you know, I've known women in the past. I've seen it like on their phone as toxicities on there for the guys coming with toxicity. I've seen it, right? And when I started seeing it, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. I didn't know it was like that, because I don't operate like that, right? So it's very important for a woman to really vet the guy in terms of his character, right? So that you can dissolve these, or not dissolve, but like remove these boundaries and give access to that softness inside, because it's almost like saying you're gonna force the guy, or with your boundaries, you're gonna protect yourself from what the guy could do. But I just think, why not get with the type of guy who, even with that power to do so, or do messed up things, or go against his word, or whatever it is, just because he isn't gonna go against his word, just because he has too strong morals to do things like that. He has to keep it real. He has to keep it solid. I would say that's the high of what a girl should go through. But then I know the counter argument to that would be, well, where are they, Reemus? Show me where they are. If you show me a guy like that, we're all daisies and roses. But I don't see no guys like that around. So I do get that other part of the argument. But it's definitely true, as women, you definitely have to set boundaries, because we are in the generation where toxicity is rife. A lot of guys want to be toxic. You got the toxic boys for life movement, which we can, you know, I've spoken about in the past. So it is true, I can't argue with that, but I just think there needs to be a focus on vetting a guy as you have these boundaries, so that you can give reason for those boundaries to, you know, be put down. And if you can't put your guard down with this guy, you have to question, are you ever really gonna feel truly emotionally and psychologically safe with him? I would say you wouldn't. But I want to know what you think, so comment down below, let Reemus know. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.